All right, everyone, here we are with another video here with Invest for Tomorrow, and we're going to talk about IPOB, Social Cap Holdings Corp. So before we jump into this and we dive into all the information that we're going to go over, we got a lot of things to go over. I want you guys to be aware, and I want to announce the launch of my website, investfortomorrow.com, and there is an intro video for you guys to check it out and have an overview of what the whole entire website entails and what are we looking forward to and what is the innovation, and obviously as the website is developed, what to expect. So check it out. Now, I did start with so far the stock picks forum, which we're going to talk about weekly and monthly stock picks to watch, the daily watch list according to momentum, and also the gathering of investors where investors can gather, join, rendezvous, and speak about their knowledge and experiences. And this is a great place for investors to ask questions. And if I don't have the answer, someone will. And that's the goal of this community, where we can all learn and grow together while maximizing profits and minimizing losses. Now, the Invest for Tomorrow website isn't just about stocks. And that's the exciting part about this. I'm going to further develop the website over time. So far, the only further expansion we have is how to manage the intangible, where we will talk about credit and how to better manage credit and what entails a credit score, like what is in it and what builds it. All right, so that's some cool stuff that I'm excited to announce. So far, I haven't posted. I will start in 2 weeks from now, and from that point forward, the website will start to develop over time. Now, there are two options. You'll have to check out which one works best for you, and below it, you can see the different accesses you have on the website, but you do have to choose one to get complete access to the forums and everything the website entails. So for those of you that have came and stopped by and checked out the website, I want to say thank you to all of you to come and check it out. I highly encourage you guys that haven't seen it to come see it, check out the intro video and everything on the website. And for those of you that have joined, thank you guys so much. And I look forward to sharing all the great information in the website as it further develops, and for all of us to learn and grow together and build the community. I will put the link down below in the description. Now, IPOB. Why are we talking about IPOB? Well, the first thing is IPOB is disrupting the market of real estate. And you can see here, this is their website. I highly encourage you guys to look them up and do some research on the website. You can see some different things where you can sell directly to Opendoor, or you can list through Opendoor. So now, instead of being a broker, or real estate, brokerage, they're the ones that list homes, you can directly list through Opendoor. This is making the retail market of homes a whole nother level and a whole nother shift. I don't know if, other companies like Zillow and other realtor.com companies are going to shift in that direction, but that is a big deal. So Opendoor is an iBuyer. It's a new breed of real estate companies that use technology to make near instant cash offers on homes in a handful of major cities across the country. So far, Opendoor is not nationwide. It's growing over time. Now, in 24 hours of your request, you can get all the information and also your instant cash offer for your home. So that right there is a big deal. Another thing too is they currently have the 5% fee, which isn't too far from the 6% standard fee, but is 1% less. For every 100,000, it's $1,000 that you're saving. So as a realtor, right? You get that commission fee involved and everything. Now you don't need a realtor. You go through Opendoor and you save 1%. So if you invest in real estate and you flip homes, or you buy homes, or you sell homes, and you want to leverage your price, you have that 1% according to the total price of the house to kind of play with and kind of break even as if, you were paying the 6%, or take the profits from actually paying a 5% fee. So that 1% is yours. Either you can leverage it and play around with it to kind of lower the price of 1% of the total cost, or you can keep it and make that extra profit. That right there is a big deal. And right now, the fact that Opendoor is going to merge with IPOB is a big deal. And we're going to look here at what happened. And then another thing I want you guys to see is the different things with Opendoor. So here we are with the pros and cons. And I just kind of want to brief it over before we jump into this chart. So the pros is the ease and speed. That's a big deal with Opendoor. No need for traditional inspection. Right there, that's a savings. And you don't have to go through that whole evaluation and so forth to repair things. They say that you don't need to complete repairs, but you're going to get charged, right? Opendoor will charge you for them, but it allows you to close sooner. So it depends on how much of an urgency you have to close. It depends on if you're already making profit. Are you going to try to just get it, get it out of your hands? That right there is a big deal depending on what side of the picture you're on. And then you can choose your own closing date. Like you don't have to go through the negotiation and so forth. And you kind of basically skip, right, the whole process of having a realtor. I don't know exactly what this is going to do to realtors overall in the future and what is this going to do to the whole real estate market. But right now, Opendoor is a big deal and it's going to change the way things are done. I highly encourage you guys to check out opendoor.com to do your own research and due diligence on it so that you can be aware of more information on Opendoor. But this little article kind of summarized it and had some points where you can see the differences. One of the major things is the 5% according to the 6%, the ease of use, and then the inspection. You don't have to really do that. You can kind of skip that. And sometimes you guys know that that's one of the things that can hold up a closing big time. So IPOB is going to go public and merge with Opendoor. That's the big news back in September 15th. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because Ark Invest has been investing in Opendoor. And we're going to look at some things. We're going to look at IPOB institutional owners. And then we're going to look at how much right now Ark Invest owns about this company. So IPOB is a big deal. And right now, a lot of people are overlooking it and not aware of it. So Opendoor buys properties from sellers and makes repairs at a service charge and then lists them for sale. That's one of the things that Opendoor does, and that's one of the best ways to simplify it. Now, when is the merger going to happen? Supposedly, they're stating that it's going to happen towards the end of the year. Right now, it hasn't really came to an exact date, but it says the merger is expected to close by year end. And that's what we're waiting for, and that's what we're seeing here in this chart. If you can see it, the 15th they launched that, right, that article, and from the 15th of September to this point it's just been running up. It fell down. Obviously the hype and excitement kind of slowed down, came back down to around $15, and from that point forward we've been running up, and we're getting towards the year end, and that's what every single investor is anticipating. And when you look at the chart, we've been going in this direction. Now, is it too late to get an IPOB? I wouldn't say it is, but I would play it really safe because there's two ways that mergers, right, once they happen, the stocks react. They either react in the way that they continue to work their way up to newer highs, or they start to fall down and hit a low, and from that point forward start to build up again. So I advise every single investor to pay very close attention to how this is doing towards the end of the year. How is it doing for the next coming weeks and days? But I want every single investor to be aware of this because Ark Invest has really been making their position on this one pretty large. So another thing too, Opendoor overall is going to disrupt the real estate market. It hasn't reached nationwide. Once it does, I mean, it's going to change the whole game. I mean, you're skipping the realtor, you're skipping the inspection, and you're going straight to Opendoor. Opendoor basically is the realtor platform, and it allows you to get an instant cash offer. You either sell it to Opendoor, they take care of the rest, right? And if not, you go ahead and list it yourself. You're skipping going to a broker. Like, yes, Opendoor slightly is the realtor and broker, but you're skipping a broker overall. Like, you don't have to go to all these other companies and go through them and get all their fees in, right? Because they're trying to make their profit. And this is kind of just narrowing everything down to the closing costs, repair costs, and then the service fee. The service fee will always exist, and they're making it 1% less than the typical 6%. Two things can happen. Brokers and realtors and obviously all these different companies are going to have to bring down their service fee 1%, or they're actually going to have to bring it even less to win. And I don't know how that's going to work out for them, or they're going to have to try to make a special with the closing costs. You know, they're going to have to play around with it. If not, Opendoor is going to force every single other company out there to turn into an iBuying or iBuyers market, which is what Opendoor is all about. And it's a new innovation. It's a big deal. It allows anybody to sell a home and basically, you know, list it and wait till somebody is ready to buy it. And once they purchase it, everything's handled by Opendoor for them. It's incredible. But let's go ahead and jump into this here. So what has Ark Invest bought previously? So a lot of institutional investors were buying in quarter 3. 11 million were bought. And then now some were sold, which is why we could see in quarter 4 here that this was falling down. I guess they saw an opportunity to profit, and over time, obviously, it started to fall. But more have bought than sold, but it did have an impact on the overall chart. So 69 million have been bought and 11 million were bought. So let's see here what is going on. And also, when you look at 11 million here and 21 million, that's almost twice as much. If you look at the chart from 15 to almost 30, that was almost twice as much, and that was the value that this dropped. So interesting stuff to see here, and you can kind of see the head here and the shoulders, and then it actually was bringing itself up to newer highs. It was pretty interesting stuff for sure. Now, here we are with institutional investors. So all of these have been getting larger positions over time, but one of them that has not updated here, but I have the updated amount, is Ark Invest. This is who I really want to focus in on. So in October 30th, they bought 199,717 total shares. That's how much they bought October. And it's been a month and a few days, like almost a month and a week since that time. I'm not sure why this hasn't updated, but here's what Ark Invest has right now on IPOB. So this has moved up a lot. This was probably down here around this area in the 40s. And it's part of next generation internet ETF. Anything in the next generation internet ETF is literally the next generation internet information and businesses. Like, this is changing the way things are done. Everything here is basically innovation that is changing and shifting the way the previous generation did things over to the new generation. I mean, it's just incredible. Take a look at all of these and see for yourselves how these are all in here. And you know what's funny? Zillow Group is in this. And if Zillow Group, you look at their price, you can imagine what Opendoor is going to become. This is going to be interesting. And Social Capital, by the way, is a blank check company that is merging with Opendoor. Now, remember how much they had previously? They didn't even have 200,000 shares. They already multiplied that by 10. They have 2.6 million in total of IPOB. They bought more recently, right? Earlier this week. And this is as of 12:04, yesterday, Friday. I want to watch this. I'm going to keep you guys updated. So if you're a first-time viewer coming across this and you were not aware of Social Capital and you are now, I want you guys to know we're going to be updating this weekly, especially now towards the end of the year. Because if you guys remember, here in this article that we were seeing here, you could see that it says The merger is expected to close by year end. This is what I'm looking for. This is what we're going to see as the chart continues. It recently hit highs of 23 and some change, lows of $19. It's kind of in the middle. If it breaks through $23 leading up to the next week or so, this is going to continue to run, and it needs to break through 27, and it's a wrap. We're seeing this hit new highs towards the end of the year, towards the merger. And very interesting, back in October 30th, that Ark Invest had 200,000 shares. They have 2.6 million. I will be updating this, and right now it's worth 56 million in total. And I believe that social capital is going to continue to grow in value, and it could reach either 2 times or 3 times the current price, just basing off of Zillow. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware more than me, and you know more than me about this, if Zillow is doing something similar to Opendoor. Because remember, social capital, once it merges with Opendoor, I don't think it's going to be IPOB anymore. It's going to be Opendoor. And that's where it's going to switch everything up, and it's going to be a major Spac and merger company starting off 2021. Some big things here for this one. I don't want anyone to miss out on it. I don't want you guys to say, hey, Invest for Tomorrow didn't mention it. Here I am mentioning it, and I hope that this video opens your guys' eyes to this one and perspective if you hadn't seen it, and if you were overlooking it or you weren't too sure about it. I hope that the video gives you a little bit more insight on where this is possibly going. And let's see the value of Zillow itself, because that's going to give us an idea. And think about that. Think about Zillow. Look at where Zillow was back in April. If Zillow's doing the same thing Opendoor already is doing, you could only imagine where Opendoor is going and where Zillow will continue to go. If anybody has that information, because I haven't done research on Zillow, and that's my fault. I'm actually going to jump in on that and see more about it. But if they're doing the iBuyers acquisition and way of doing things, and skipping the realtor and the inspector and the repair costs, it's going to be a big deal here for Zillow as well. If anybody wants to comment down below and they know about that information, you guys are more than welcome to. I would love to see your guys' thoughts on IPOB and what you guys think moving forward, or have you guys already jumped in on this one? Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.